listen on SmackDown or Raw in a long time. I'll say that too. And this was your classic hot tag, big babyface pop for get the hot tag, and that's what you did there. And that's what a tag match is. That's what tag team wrestling is.
You are upset about Dave Meltzer's ratings. We'll be getting into that here a little bit later on in the show. Now, Otis takes the loss, and now we're getting Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode to be entering the Elimination Chamber last. Now,
which I was surprised.
I was...
Bro.
Oh, Beef Stew, thank you for the subscription, brother. Thank you so much. Unearth 2, praise the mighty Meltzer, says Unearth 02.
Of course.
Now, I was on Mr. Warren Hayes' show earlier today. If you didn't check it out, go check that out. Mr. Warren Hayes' show on YouTube. And he was talking about this match in particular. And he was coming up with the idea of dragging out this feud, continue to drag out this feud to where we get Otis and Dolph Ziggler one-on-one at WrestleMania. Seeing how Ziggler and Roode are last in the chamber, you can build up the feud, continue to build up the feud by wanting Otis to get his hands on Dolph Ziggler, but he can't because obviously they can't last through the whole chamber match. They'll fall short. My question for you, Dave. Do you consider this a good enough storyline and possible match between the two? Because it could get a good WrestleMania moment. And you know how Vince McMahon loves his WrestleMania moments. Otis defeating Dolph Ziggler and winning the woman over and holding up Mandy Rose on his shoulder, Macho Man Randy Savage style, could be a nice little visual on WrestleMania. Do you think that will happen?
I mean, I guess, but to me, look, there's no hotter tag team angle going right now than Otis, Tucker, and Ziggler and Roode and Mandy right now. There's no hotter feud. Mm-hmm. So honestly, and I'm sorry, I like Miz and Morrison, but really, who are they feuding with right now other than the New Day, it seems like, for the tag titles? Honestly, the smart money would be have Roode and Ziggler win the tag titles and Otis and Tucker beat them for the tag titles at WrestleMania for your WrestleMania moment. That would be the best thing to do with it, honestly. I don't know if I doubt that'll happen, but this is the biggest feud on SmackDown right now. For your tag team. You take
God damn, thank you guys. Speeds with the gifted sub. Thank you so very much. And Richie Vargas gifting the bizarre one.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Richie.
Thank you so much for that. Cheap little plug for Speeds. Don't forget to check them out on Monday night. Maybe. I'm thinking he'll be back by Monday night from his surgery. Thank you very, very much. Now, you don't think...
What do you think about that?
So after Miz and Morrison win the tag team titles at Super Showdown, you're going to have them lose their first title defense right off the bat.
Wow. I mean, who are they feuding with right now to really do anything with it? No one.
Well, Warren Hayes said that they would have a match, triple threat, New Day, and the Usos.
They probably will. I'm probably way off base, but to me, the big feud would be, and the big payoff would be, to have Heavy Machinery walk out of WrestleMania with the tag belts and Mandy Rose.
Okay, well, we'll see if that happens or not. I was just
it probably won't, but to me, that would be the bigger moment. And they're all about moments. That'd be a great moment. Whether they want to add the titles to them or not, that's fine. They could just have it be a regular tag match or a regular one-on-one match. Mandy on a pole. Well, sure won't be her first.
Please don't. Thank you, Richie, for the gifted son to Unearth 0. Is it 02? 02. Thank you so much. Y'all are being very, very, very kind tonight. Appreciate that. Now, on a scale of 1 to 5, Dave, heading into Elimination Chamber tomorrow night, what is your excitement level going into that pay-per-view, Dave?
Well, before last night, it was probably 0. But now, because they added this a new match with Bryan and Gulak, which I think will be a phenomenal match if they give them time. And it's a match I've been wanting to see for a while. It's almost like they're mirror images of each other.
Yeah, I would give you that. That's
But yeah, I'm excited to see that match, really. And I don't care about the other. I'm sure the tag match will be good. I think everyone wants to see Otis. I almost wish that's the main event. I think that should be the main event now.
What? Daniel Bryan and Gulak?
No, the tag team elimination chamber.
I think they're going to obviously go with the women's.
Yeah, but I think they could go with that one. I would have no problem with it because
What's up, Heather? How you doing?
Otis is so over right now. It's crazy, but yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see it now.
Well, what's the level, Dave? You didn't give me the damn level. We got 2. We have 5 from Alice, 0 from Beat Stew. Did you say?
6.
All right, so 1 through 5, you're giving it a 6.
Oh, 1 through 5. Okay,
Jesus,
I'll give you a 4. Well, you said it didn't say which side. Levels can be 10 too.
Let me give Mr. AEW's comment up here. So,
Which
an
one?
entire show of tag matches. We had one singles match, Sheamus versus Apollo Crews, that went like 2 minutes, and the rest of the show was tags. Naomi and Lacey Evans versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. Mandy and Sonya versus Dana Brooke and Carmella. Then the Gauntlet tag team match that went on for like an hour. What the fuck? Can we not get some fucking variety? Did we really need to have the same fucking match type throughout the entire show? And the funny thing is, Vince hates tag team wrestling. So I don't really understand why he puts so many tag matches on his show. Are they just an easy way to full time having long drawn out tag matches? That's the only thing I can think of, says Mr. AEW. Also, we didn't get Goldberg or Roman Reigns on last night's show at all.
Yeah. That's smart because they're not going to be involved in the pay-per-view, so that's why.
Excuse me. No, it's very rare to see someone or some tag team doing better on the main roster than on NXT. No one gave a shit about Heavy Machinery on NXT. On the main roster, they are doing very well.
Yep.
Very, very true. Spees in the chat room also said, I had to scroll back up. Sorry about that. Saying it was a missed opportunity for Otis to win last night against Dolph Ziggler. It is because Vince is a punk-ass bitch as beefs too. Wow, Manny on a pole might be a separate pay-per-view. That is true. Now, let's jump into NXT before we get into Elimination Chamber, Dave.
Really quick, I want to talk about some other stuff on SmackDown.
Go ahead.
I'm really intrigued by a possible, which it seems like this is where they're going. Now, Dave Meltzer can shut up. It's going to be Elias versus John Cena. Now it seems like it'll be Corbin and Elias.
You're interested in that,
Yes!
Dave? What?
Hey, it's better than Roman Reigns and Corbin again. And it's something different. People saying, "Oh, I'm sick of Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns."
I like how Baron Corbin told Elias that you're just a gimmick when he's just a gimmick as well. That was pretty damn funny. But
yeah, but people are complaining that Baron Corbin and Reigns is going on for like 10 years, and now we get something different with him. People are going to still hate it. I mean, it's like, what the hell? At least he's not flipping off a kid.
Hey, Dave, come on now. Are you really going to say... You are being a AEW hater tonight. What's wrong with MJF flipping off a kid?
Really? What's wrong with it?
Listen.
How do I count the ways?
Not trying to sway this talk to MJF, but knowing who MJF is, you should know what your ass is getting into in an autograph signing. This dude is in character all the time, so you should expect what you're going to get.
But should the kid expect it? How is it the kid? Why should the kid expect it?
Well, I think his dad did a poor choice of probably going up to MJF for an autograph.
You can't really defend that part.
I can't. Honestly, I can't. But it was great. I mean, I have no issues with it. Let's talk about the backstage segment. Oh yeah. That's an interesting one. Between Bayley and Sasha. When Bayley and Sasha were talking backstage after their tag match with Lacey and Naomi, you can clearly see the foreshadowing of Sasha staring at Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship, looking down at it when Bayley was talking. Then when Sasha said she's dedicating her album to Bayley, then touching her SmackDown Women's Championship is hinting we're heading towards Sasha turning on Bayley, leading to a match we've been waiting for at WrestleMania 36 between the two. I think the backstage segment was executed real well because Bayley thinks Sasha is by her side, but little did she know her partner in crime wants what she's holding, and that's the SmackDown Women's Championship. What she could tell a real compelling story for the boss is the build-up towards this show of shows. What did y'all think about this? The thing is, Bayley and Sasha, when they were backstage, also mentioned that nobody can beat us on this roster, past or present.
It won't be the Bella Twins.
Now, I was like, fuck. Who could they bring in to face both these ladies? Or maybe they're going to bring someone back to face Bayley. Do you think that had anything to do with it? Or do you think they're foreshadowing that? Or do you think they're going to probably go with... Yeah, it could be Trish and Lita, or maybe just Trish returning. Do you think they go that route?
I don't, because I would assume they're doing something more with Naomi and
well,
Lacey
they
Evans.
lost 2 weeks in a row. It doesn't seem like...
Oh, they won the week before, though.
Oh, that's true. That is true. But...
So it seems like they keep doing the same tag match. Now they're even. So what, next week they're going to have another tag match? So
yep, you already booked it, Dave.
Oh, there you go. I booked next week. It's going to be another tag match for the payoff. But it seems like for some reason, they always like to do some kind of multi-women match for the women's title for some reason. They always like to do that. It can't just be
Santina
one-on-one.
and Trish versus Bayley and Boca.
That could work there, Gannicus. I don't know. Would you rather see them team up to face a legend or see Bayley and Sasha?
I'd rather see Bayley and Sasha one-on-one because I want to see if they have any magic left from their NXT days. Can they still go out there and put on a show-stealing performance?
I'm calling it right now, says Adam Baum. Bayley and Sasha versus Trish and Lita to show up the Street Profits. Get the fuck out of here. That match isn't even going to happen. It's probably going to be Sasha and Bayley. The reason why people are mentioning Trish, because she came out with this video on Twitter, and at the end of it, it shows her and Sasha together. So maybe they were thinking, oh, we might get this match at WrestleMania. Trish said her last match was Charlotte, so let it stay that way. Richie Vargas says Bayley and Sasha versus the Street Profits. Well, that's an easy win for the Street Profits.
Unless you're going to bring in like a Lunder Blaze and some other of the old women.
The only one that could have made sense, and obviously it's not going to happen because they're pregnant, is the Bellas.
That would be a horrible match.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the greatest match in the world. But we'll see what those two ladies will be up to by WrestleMania time. I'm sure after Elimination Chamber, we'll start seeing more storylines develop for Bayley, because right now I have no idea who she's going to be facing at WrestleMania. You would expect it to be Sasha Banks or some sort of maybe a fatal four-way.
According to their Twitter, the women on SmackDown get the weekend off.
Yeah, because of Bayley allowing them to have the weekend off.
It was already scheduled, they said. But yeah, because Bayley's not wrestling, or Sasha or any of them are wrestling this weekend. It's all about the Raw team.
Hey, what's up, Bobaruski? How you doing tonight? Bayley and Sasha will never live up to their NXT title match. Dudes, Beth Phoenix is taking that title, and it will be glorious. Get out of here, Ted. Not even happening. That's if Beth Phoenix ever performs at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bianca Belair with the future comment. Usually them being together is for after dark videos, says Adam Baum. All right, interesting.